Welcome back to Streamline Investigations. It is Marvin speaking. Let's talk about Streamline Entertainment. I made a mistake. I put a video out there, edited it. It was someone else's and got a ban for it. My fault. Take it on the chin. We move on from that. The channel will come back. For those who were full members, at the end of the day, everything's paused at the moment. I am trying to get the channel back. It probably mean me deleting all the videos, which is fair enough to keep the channel. I'll have to do that. But there is another side of the coin. So I got in touch with my mate, a good friend of mine, who is a private detective. I also deal in I'm not a private detective, but I also deal, my business is investigations as well, but I'd rather keep that private at the moment. I've also talked to people I know who are ex-police officers, and one of them was quite high up in the Met as well. So what I've decided to do, I talked to him and he said, why don't you get more people involved in the case? I said, one of the problems I've got is basically time. I've got my own business. It's time at the end of the day. And he said, obviously, what happened to, this is a private investigator, my friend. He said, what happened to your channel? And I said, look, it got demonetized. I've done something wrong, took on the chin, but I am trying to get it back. And so he asked me about the case. He knows a little bit about the Jay Slater case at the end of the day. And what he said is to send him all the information from the very start to the very finish, which is good for him at the end of the day. And I said, look, I'm not going to be able to afford, I can't afford basically to actually pay him. It's a lot of money at the end of the day for investigations. But like I said, he has a lot of other investigations contacts as well. So what we're going to do, a group of us are actually going to have a meeting. I've sent him all the videos. I'm in the middle of sending him every email, every contact. So let's just go through the points. He's mentioned eyewitness investigations, and so contacting every eyewitness in the Jay Slater case, number one. Also Jay's friends, but Jay's real friends, contacting them as well. I think it's very, very important. Eyewitness investigations are very, very, very important. So there's going to actually, now we're getting together a massive, massive team to do this. So like I said, I can't do it on my own. Like I said, if I end up getting banned again, which is a probability, there's going to be lots of other channels popping up out the blue as well. I've got all my contacts, maybe 20 to 30 in business I've contacted, and they're all willing to help. I'm not being big-headed. There's some millionaires as well who want to invest something for the travel, for these private investigators to get on the road and talk to people. Number two, Jay's friends, good friends. We'll try to get in contact with them, but obviously if they want to talk, it's directly up to them. Going through every email and contact, those who'd phoned me, those who have phoned Ali as well. But like I said, this investigation will be passed on to people who can deal with it better than myself. So if I do go quiet on this case, people, it's for a very, very good reason. So basically, just hold your horses. Trust me, hold your horses. So it's number three, going through every email contacts. Also, the Maruba, I had at least 3 people who live in Tenerife who said there was suspicious activity on the Maruba. All those contacts will be passed over to the private investigator as well. Maruba, so that will be interesting, wouldn't it? People who are scared to talk. So there will be a designated email who's a friend of mine. Once again, this is another friend, ex-police officer. So we'll set up a designated email address, and obviously if there's any dodgy messages coming through, I think basically we'll be able to, find out where that source is coming from. But it'll be for those who are afraid to talk and know something about the Jay Slater case, there'll be a designated email address to contact us there. Private investigators, I did say I've got contacts in America as well, so we can get 30 or 40 channels talking about the Jay Slater case, not just mine, and make it bigger than it was before, which is great news. So if one goes down, another one's going to pop up at the end of the day, and they're not always going to be my channels, people, because you can't just keep doing it. But if I do go down, basically channels for a couple of months, but at least then there'll be other channels popping up out the blue on my behalf. So that's another ex-police officer, high ranking. I do know a few at the end of the day, and like I said, we will do the best we can. There is a massive team going to be coming together, designated email address, and like I said, we're going to be looking at eyewitness investigations and Jay's friends. So the problem is, when people try to derail basically someone who's trying to do good. And another thing as well, at the end of the day, one of my reasons for making my channel is to help young people. So yeah, some of the basically YouTube money was basically being saved, and it was going to fund young people centres and stuff like that. But obviously that's been something's been put in the spokes for now. But what it's done, it's made me think a lot more professional, dealing with the right people at the end of the day. So I thought, make this bigger, much bigger than what it is. I'm not going to be controlling it. Someone else is going to be taking that lead and doing it for free, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, with investments as well. I'm not being big-headed, but I've got a lot of contacts, and a lot of good contacts at the end of the day, which saves me a lot of time, a lot of pressure, and I think we'll get a lot more information that we haven't got. And I haven't released everything, and it's for a reason as well. Myself and Ali, we haven't released it for a reason. But like I said, let's see these documentaries come out. And like I said, if I do go quiet, people, it is for a reason. Because like I said, this is being set up, and it is going to build momentum as well. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Investigations. And good luck to all the other channels as well. I wish you well.